Hi everybody in reception year 1. I thought today I'd do something a little bit different. So before we finished, I was telling you a story, but didn't get a chance to finish it, so I'll have another go. So once upon a time, a long time ago, there lived a really kind, good, amazing king called King Slater. And he lived in his palace with 3 princesses, Princess Bowler, Princess Burrow and Princess Edwards. Now, most of the time the princesses were really good. However, they used to bicker. They bickered all the time about everything. Who had the longest hair, who had the shortest hair, who could jump the highest, who could do the best roly-poly. One day, King Slater had enough. That's it, I am fed up of listening to you girls bicker, bicker, bicker all day long. I am going to set you a challenge. Whoever can bring me the most beautiful thing, but also the most disgusting thing, will win their own field. Not only will they win a field, the field will have a park in it and a stream, and it will be just for them. So the princesses couldn't believe it. All of them wanted to win it. So first of all, the eldest princess, Princess Bowler, grabbed a bag and set off. And she walked 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 and she stopped. And under the bridge, she saw the most disgusting thing she has ever seen in her whole life. She saw a toad. But not any old toad. This toad was black, covered in warts and slime, with big red eyes. It was disgusting and it stank. So she picked it up and she put it in a bag and she turned away. And as she turned, she saw the most beautiful thing she's ever seen in her life. It was a teeny tiny little rabbit, and it was pink and fluffy and glittery, with pink glittery ears and a little fluffy tail. It was beautiful. So she scooped it up and she put it in a bag. And off she went back to the palace, sure that she will have won. And she showed it to the king. And King Slater also agreed that it was the most disgusting thing he has ever seen and the most beautiful thing. So next it was Mrs. Burrow's turn. And Mrs. Burrow set off and she walked 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 and she stopped. And on the side of the road, she too saw something even more disgusting than she's ever seen in her whole life. She saw a spider. But not any old spider. This spider was humongous, covered in black prickly spikes all over its back. It had 10 red eyes. It was hideous. So she picked it up and put it in a bag. Ugh, it was awful. And as she turned to go back, she saw the most beautiful thing she's also ever seen in her entire life. It was a unicorn. A gorgeous, tiny, little miniature white unicorn in a cloud of glitter, with a glittery horn and a glittery tail. It was beautiful. So she carefully picked it up and put it in her bag and ran back to the castle, sure that she was going to win. And when she got there, King Slater couldn't believe what he saw, and also agreed that yes, she had found the most disgusting and the most beautiful thing he had ever seen in his life. Next, it was the youngest princess's turn, Princess Edwards. So she picked up her bag and she set off and she walked and she walked and she stopped and she came back to the castle. Now King Slater was very confused. Surely you have not found the most disgusting thing and the most beautiful thing. You have been gone 10 seconds. But Princess Edwards was sure she had. So King Slater said, right, go on then, show me the most disgusting thing you have ever seen. And Princess Edwards simply went. Now King Slater was very confused. Now, I agree, it is a little bit disgusting. It's mainly rude to stick your tongue out, but it's not the most disgusting thing. And Princess Edwards said, but it is. Because with my tongue, I can say the meanest, most unkind, horrible things that can really upset somebody and make them cry. And King Slater thought about it and agreed. He said, right, okay then, so what's the most beautiful thing that you have found? And Princess Edwards, once again, went. Now at this point, King Slater was really confused. Surely that cannot be the most beautiful thing that you found. And Princess Edwards said, it is. Because with my tongue, I can also say the most beautiful, kindest things that can make people so happy. And King Slater thought about it and decided that actually, yes, that's true. So Princess Edwards won the competition. However, she used her tongue to say the most beautiful thing to her sisters and invited them both to come play on her field with her park, and they all lived happily ever after, and they never ever bickered again. Hope you all enjoyed it. Missing you. I love you lots and lots. Bye bye.